Hello there, folks. Hatmate here, and I actually hope you guys are having a lovely day. We're playing Rome 2 Dividend Impera mod. It's actually a replay of our multiplayer session that happened last Sunday. It was part of my Sunday events. Every Sunday, guys, we are playing games, we're chatting, we're having a lot of fun on my Discord. So if you want to have some fun, take part in such an event, please join my channel. And, well, let's go back to the battle. As we said, it's a historic rivalry between Rome and Carthage, but our armies are not historic. They don't really belong to a specific era. You're going to see different types of units, everything from like early Hastati to Imperial infantry. But we had specific rules. That means basically max 1 elephant, max 1 chariot. We said max 1 artillery as well, and you could not have more than 5 same units on the battlefield. Here we have our probably least experienced player. I call him Cubic. You cannot really see the names, but he was on our left flank. This is my army then. I have here Marian first cohort. These guys are phenomenal, 400 men. And then we have Imperial legionaries, 2 of them. And in my center, I have 4 Marian legionaries. Then 2 Balearic slingers and 1 Levy slinger. And then we have Levy javelin men. These guys have a job to deal with enemy cavalry or specifically enemy elephants if they come close. And my general would be Imperial Praetorian Guard. Pretty strong unit. Then on the left flank, I have 2 Numidian horsemen. They're there just to match Carthaginian superiority in cavalry. Then to the right, we have Polybian infantry. We have Marian legionaries. We have actually 2 Scorpios here and here. They're going to be very important during this battle. And to our right flank, we have our best player. This will be Andre, my buddy. We actually play a co-op campaign together. You should check it out. And he's bringing a lot of veteran units, Imperial legionaries. Here he has Imperial Eagle cohort, 400 men. Has some skirmishers on this side, some Numidians. His general is also Praetorian Guard unit. And when it comes to Carthaginian armies, actually, they have a lot of lighter troops. They brought a lot of Libyan infantry. These guys are pretty cool, but they're kind of crappy, to be honest. Then they have Taria spears, a lot of them. And for their center, to hold the center, they have a bunch of these guys. They are heavy Celtic spearmen. They can have kind of a shield wall formation, and you can see there's so many of them. Then they have some Torok spears. They're pretty good. High quality unit. Then this is probably their best infantry. That will be Secret Band or Carthaginian Late Secret Band. They're awesome. And they have some Torrio infantry. These are basically the same as Torrio spears, but they have swords. They're meant to fight enemy infantry. Well, they have a lot of archers. They have some light units in reserve here. They have a lot of javelin men. They have a lot of slingers. They have African levies. Here they have Balearic slingers. A lot of lights again in reserve. They have heavy cavalry. They have a couple of elephants. They have a bunch of Numidian cavalry that you cannot see because they are lights and they can easily hide. So without further ado, let's actually start the battle. Yeah, I just wanted to say that we are kind of all new, with the exception of 2 players that have a lot of experience. Other players are not that great, especially DEI. We're not really sure what kind of armies to bring and what kind of compositions are good in multiplayer because it's completely different from vanilla. Actually, units fight much longer here than they do in vanilla, and it's not just a click fest. It's a lot of fun. We did not have any serious issues with lag, to be honest. Maybe we had one during the battle, but everything was good. And now we can clearly see that Andre is about to get overwhelmed by the enemy. They have more units that he does, and he's kind of reshuffling here. So I keep urging my ally to keep the flank open to force the enemy to kind of fold on this flank as well. Because now we have 2 options. One is to actually peel off some troops to help Andre, or we have an option to press our own attack on the left flank. And initially, what we did was the idea that we're gonna push, right?
As you command.
Our Scorpions in the center are actually opening fire. I think they're targeting... yeah, they're targeting these guys. Heavy Celtic spearmen. So slowly but surely, we're exchanging fire. The money we spend on Scorpions, they basically spend on their elephants. And now our flank is actually falling back. Otherwise we would be overwhelmed. But I'm holding here.
Double time.
And this is where actual skirmishing starts. They have Libyan archers here. And I have 3 of my slingers, 2 Balearics and 1 Levy slinger. We're already opening fire on these guys. But it's very difficult to coordinate. Even though we're talking live and everything is happening, it's very difficult to coordinate your lines with your allies. There is a gap here. Actually, I could not communicate with this ally because he's a great guy, but he doesn't speak English. So we kind of have a gap in our section.
Mars, aid us.
And this unit is slowly breaking. Now they're taking massive volleys from 3 slingers. Not gonna go well for the archers. But they brought Balearics of their own.
Attacking Testudo.
I actually realized they're shooting at my guys and we're forming Testudo here. There's something interesting happening. Oh, this probably is a misclick. You guys gonna get wrecked. Oh boy. Oh boy. Balearic slingers. They probably had a target on something and they were chasing the target. So interestingly enough, they actually bring Hastati here to soak up some damage. The pillar from the enemy. It's a really cool mechanic here. And now we're exchanging fire with them. Our legionnaires are actually using their pillar on the enemy approaching. But here I'm in danger of being overwhelmed by 2 armies. And here I fall back with my skirmishers, right? Because enemy Numidians are close. Huge fire exchange. As I said, Hastati are probably here just to soak up some of the enemy pillar in archer fire. Enemy Numidians come too close to our guys and look what happens. And now I'm redirecting my skirmishers to open fire on those guys as well. Gap is forming, as I said before, so I have to pull back my Numidians to the center. And we're now running with our Balearics, and I have to use my general to plug in the hole here. It's exactly what I'm gonna do. But these guys are opening their flanks to my ally. And Andrew is actually skirmishing. He is a skirmishing advantage. But they're now bringing big numbers. And there is a clash on the right flank with our infantry. This type of clash actually suits us better because we have better infantry than they do. The same is happening over here. We're using our levies actually to open fire on those guys just to trim them down, lower down their stats. On the flank, actually, my ally got caught here with numerous Numidians, and his Numidians are fleeing now. So this is creating a lot of trouble for us. Now our left flank is in danger. So I'm sending my Numidians back because this front is stabilized. And I have my auxiliary camel riders. They're being targeted by enemy Balearics.
Glory to Rome!
Let's check what's happening elsewhere. These guys got demolished, absolutely demolished by enemy skirmishing. There's a grinding combat in the middle. But you can see that they're swinging so many troops. This is where the Andre is asking for assistance, and I send my camels to his flank. Enemy general comes too close, and this is where we activate our javelin men. Enemy general has 47 armor. That's great, but javelins are excellent at, you know, killing those types of targets. I'm trying to chase them off, but it's not a very easy thing to do. Because now they have serious superiority. This is where I realized that there is a gap forming between two of these armies. I'm bringing more and more men in the gap. I'm being charged by these guys, but they're lights. There's no way they can actually hold heavy infantry back.
Back now! Engage!
I got caught here. That really sucked big time. I'm gonna try to fix these guys here, and then I'm gonna try to form defensive position over there, because you do not want to get surrounded. My ally on the left flank is in danger of being surrounded. This is why I'm still using my Numidians there.
Double time!
And look at this now. I'm gonna show you something. There are 400 pilla in this unit.
Advance!
These guys have 130 men. Look at this now. They lost like 100 men from a single volley. That's a complete annihilation. And basically they broke here. Just in the nick of time, because now we're being flanked on this side. Enemy general was pushed back with heavy casualties. My general is actually fighting with a lot of success, just because these guys were not able to form a spear wall. Let's check elsewhere. There are a lot of things overlapping here. Enemies still have ammo, so they're opening fire. It's kind of a meat grinder here. Yeah, these guys are forming a square. And because I was microing elsewhere, I did not realize that these guys were charging my camel riders. And they get caught here, which is pretty bad for them. But luckily, Andre told me, and I was able to move them back. This is where inexperience of our ally on the left comes to place. Like, you can see that he's kind of confused, not sure how to react to being surrounded here. And because we were winning in the center, I do not want to allow the enemy cavalry to have free reign here. I do not want to get rear charged with my infantry. So I'm keeping my cav here. We're having somewhat of a success. Good thing that these guys don't really have any ammo left. We already used it on their general. But we're surrounding their heavy spears. So we're having a lot of success, but we're being flanked on this side. Yeah, these guys don't really like being chased down by cavalry. I flipped my levy slingers. They're the only ones with some ammo left. So we were opening fire on their skirmishing cav. Here, as I said, grinding fight actually benefits us more than them because we have heavier troops, basically. they have better cavalry, and you can see it over here that they're winning on this side. But Andre is an experienced player, and he can hold on his own, even against the odds. This is where my ally helped me a lot. He defended my flank really well. If he didn't, I would probably have collapsed. But we're not charging them frontally, we're just waiting. It's kind of a mosh pit here. Unfortunately, our allies general gets caught here. I'm not sure if he died or not. But one of the good things is that their elephants, instead of chasing after our infantry, are chasing after our general. So we have some more time to grind down their infantry. Look at this. Absolute massacre everywhere. Their cav is probably resting somewhat. Now they're charging in. Those guys are already breaking. They're being surrounded by stronger units. I'm counter-charging on this flank as well. But enemy Numidians were really good. They're so annoying. Now, enemy Balearics are probably out of ammo, I would say, but this time. These guys are chasing after my general, but we were able to catch them here. Yeah, this is where enemy elephants are coming in. Just trying to run away with my camel riders. Yeah, these guys are being flanked. Luckily, these are relatively light units. They're not really meant to deal with our infantry. It seems here that our infantry is actually winning. But this is where the elephants are coming in. They're chasing Andre's general, but the last second he was able to form the square. This will help him somewhat. But he's gonna suffer heavy casualties here, that's for sure. Let's see elsewhere. Now, the enemy is actually bringing their own elephants. These are African war elephants. And I'm trying to form kind of defensive line here. Defensive formation. Just using my last javelins from my Numidians on their elephants. Let's see what is happening here. Yeah, these guys still have some ammo left. And they're gonna open fire on their elephants. Some of our units are fleeing. But so are their units. And now they have just numerical superiority here. And I abandoned my skirmishers. Levies have nothing left. And these guys still had some ammo. But I said, like, there's no way I can defend them. So I'm going to be focusing here on the enemy infantry that's remaining. Trying to destroy them. And yeah, they're completely breaking here. Enemies have nothing left. They still have some Balearics. But they have no heavy infantry left here. Now their elephant's going to be a problem once again. On the other flank, you can see, again, enemy elephants. They have 36 out of 36. Did not suffer a single casualty. One of the biggest issues they had, like, they had numerical superiority they had superiority in skirmishing. So I think that their problem was that they did not introduce their elephants earlier into the battle. This is where my general also starts breaking, and I surround the enemy elephants with everything I have, just trying to stop them from moving so we can kill them.
Over the armors! At speed!
Here I tricked the enemy general into thinking that I'm gonna charge there, but I'm actually charging the general, and I'm bringing additional reinforcements. My other Numidian unit is coming back, but my general flees.
At the double!
Yeah, those elephants are losing.
At speed!
You're scaring my troops, and they did a lot of killing considering that they were alone here.
Back now!
But still, here I'm chasing after their general, he's chasing after my general. And we finally broke them. So now I'm going to use my camels to deal with their elephants. And this is where we communicate, like, abandon them here, and we're just going to go up and help our allies that are struggling. Yeah. Their general is gone as well. Our general will come back. They won the infantry fight, for sure. But they are struggling against enemy elephants. The problem for enemy elephants is that they can do a lot of damage, but now they're left with our guys being able to fire Pilla at them because they're not engaged elsewhere. And they can form different formations and try to slow down the elephants while they're very tired. Let's see this charge. Complete devastation here. Of course, this unit is breaking. They're just Hastati. They still have some reserves left. These guys are demolishing everything. And we're mobilizing. We're moving up. Maybe we can speed it up slightly. Hope my computer can bear it. There's another charge. So now they're racing against the time. They're trying to kind of swarm our allies' units before our reinforcements can come in and make a difference. Look at this. Roman square. Pure devastation. Carthaginian cavalry is here. Actually, this is our cavalry. These are friendly Numidians. They're Numidians on both sides. So, and now I'm charging in with my cavalry as well, trying to bog down their elephants once again. And we kind of succeeded here. These guys are breaking, and now we're going to be able to kill them. With elephants dying, this was their only chance. At this point, there's nothing else they can do. They're forming up. I offered them a bait here. And they're gonna take it.
At the devil!
My general is close, so yeah. He pops up rally, and these guys are holding. So now we're trying to charge in and surround them, prevent them from going back.
Withdraw!
These guys are still holding, surrounded by enemy cavalry. Quite amazing. Look at that. Pretty neat. Yeah, army losses. We have different kills. So Kubik, even though being an experienced player, had only 400 losses, and he made a lot of kills. I did okay. So Jonas, he was on my right, and he also saved me a lot. He was fighting everywhere. It was not easy for him. But by far, the most difficult job on our team went to Andre, because he was being surrounded and pushed constantly by basically two armies. He did a phenomenal job. Our enemies also did a good job. I think they had some problems in coordination. Some of them played the DI multiplayer for the first time ever, so kudos to them. I think the problem is sometimes like they did not bring enough heavy infantry, I believe, and maybe they needed more elephants, but also a way to basically fix our forces, and then they use their elephants then. I think that if they could destroy our skirmishers, and our skirmishers were not that numerous. I had a lot of skirmishers, but my allies did not, and I think that this is where they could actually use their numerical superiority to kill our scorpions quickly, and then bring their elephants, try to do some damage when our infantry is actually fixed and they cannot move. So, but Romans have an easier time, to be honest. Romans have heavier troops. They're a forgivable faction. You don't have to have a great micro, and you're gonna win. But for Carthaginians, you need to be really good. So, yeah, our opponents were at a disadvantage, I would say. Anyways, guys, thank you so much, everybody that participated and fought during this battle. It was a lot of fun. It was difficult to organize everything, but we did it in the end, and I hope we're gonna do the same thing next week. Guys, thank you so much once again, and see you next time. Consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, or even becoming a channel member. Bye bye for now.